Okay, you have to use an invisibility purge or a dispel magic.
No, I'm just gonna hit him, so he has to make a concentration check.
Oh, okay.
Fireball. I guess fireball to dispel. or
Yeah, no, I gotta hit him first, though.
What are you casting?
magic missiles.
Oh, disintegrate.
Oh,
That's rather disrupting.
Yes,
okay, 75 feet away. I think he's within range. Brrr! This very angry green beam lances from the invisible Phineas's finger.
36.
Do you have improved crit ray?
I do not.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna say
Wouldn't that be nice?
that would be fun.
My first is battle disintegrate.
Yeah, that strikes the priest, who is unawares as to where you are, but now knows where you are.
He's still invisible.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, but the green arrow of doom.
Okay, so he needs to make a fortitude save, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I took my cognitogen.
32.
Let's make it.
That'll make. Yeah, that makes
Yours
it.
is probably 26 or something like that, right?
No, it would have been.
Okay, it still does damage, though.
Yeah.
66, I think.
I think it's 5d6, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's
Look it up
5.
now.
I'm just looking up crap. My brain is turning to pudding, apparently. Getting old.
Successful save.
Shut up. It is 5d6.
Your brain pudding?
No, you're getting old.
Oh.
shut your mouth.
5d6.
5d6.
I was pulling 500 pounds around with a rope.
19 damage.
19 damage is very significant, as well as for the save, which is DC 10 plus damage dealt. Is that correct? Or half the damage dealt?
It's the concentration check is DC 10 plus damage dealt plus
spell level.
Spell level.
So this is a DC 32 concentration check. Is it even doable? Concentration check plus 16. If I roll a 16. Oh, I missed by 2.
You don't have no hero
okay.
points? You don't have no victory points?
No, so you disrupt his spell. He points to where it was, and Phineas now has a bunch of acidic manticore bolts flying out of that manticore's tail towards you. Yes, you're invisible.
Or is he going somewhere?
Hmm?
Oh, I'm just wondering if...
Yeah, he's moving in a little bit and firing.
Oh, okay.
Firing at the square where Phineas is. So 4 at 1d20 plus 11. AC 24, a nat 1, 16, and 18.
The AC 24 hits.
Okay, let's see if it does hit because of invisibility.
Yeah.
It misses, and then I'll roll to confirm the critical miss. AC 21.
Hits.
Okay, so not a critical miss, and the other two are missing. AC 18.
Hang on.
I'll be right back to get my charger.
Okay.
Double check. Double check on it. I believe that misses. AC 19.
Okay, that missed. All right, and that was already including the +1 from above.
Oh, yeah.
You have a mischance, right?
Yeah, that's already done.
Yep,
Oh, damn.
they all missed. Okay, so the Carrion Priest is gone. Radimer gets to go. Let's see what Radimer can do. What is Radimer doing? He used his Innervate. Bone Shatter sounds fun. You want to Bone Shatter something?
Let's do it.
Okay, he's going to Bone Shatter the... it is a close range spell. He is a 10th level caster. Does he have Bone Shatter as... He has Bone Shatter as an Oracle, so he will use the Bone Shatter on his Oracle, because that's 12. So 60 85 feet away. He would have to leave his cover to go bone shatter this particular manticore. Radimer wants to bone shatter something.
Radimer wants to Circle of Death that group of Manicore.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's an idea.
So 40-foot burst gets all 5 or 6 of those 5 of those Manicore and their riders.
Oh, it is a ranged spell too. So 100 up to 100 feet away, a burst. So Radimer could do a burst right in, kind of right near that dark spot. And let's see what a 40-foot burst looks like.
It goes. If you move it over, you can get the cleric too.
He's trying to avoid Phineas, although I don't know if he can see Phineas.
He can't see Phineas or the little moat, and he also knows the spell doesn't work against Phineas.
Okay.
Because he knows what circles Phineas can cast.
Yep, he's just going to keep it. He's going to keep it to the right-hand side of the battlefield, and he just happened to miss Phineas. I did not measure that when I selected the middle.
He can get the priest though. Like
Up. Go up.
I mean,
Where? Where is he?
Like center it somewhere around here, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
and the one thing is he doesn't know where the little
Yep.
face thing is. But,
Circle of Death snuffs out life forces of living creatures, killing them instantly. The spell slays 1d4 worth of living creatures per caster level. He is a 12th level caster. If this is coming out of his oracle spells, it is. So.
And I think he's a higher
I
caster
am
level
from
for-
Kafrania. You are interlopers. There's this, like, popping noise, and all of your hearts flutter a little bit, and there's this horrible blackness that is spreading around the manticores. So give me 12d4. This is how many hit dice worth of creatures.
All of them. 34 hit dice.
No creature of 9 or more hit dice can be affected. The fewest hit dice are affected first. Okay, so those gnoll rangers, there are 4 of them. Their fort saves are actually pretty good. 4 at +9.
One sec. I think you missed that guy. You're only getting.
If you hit the animal, you hit the rider.
Oh, okay.
So it's DC 17
yeah.
plus 6 is 23.
23. Okay, one guy made it,
Okay,
so they're just dead.
so they die.
Okay. Dead. Made it. Dead, and their hit dice were 5.
Okay, so that's 15 hit dice off the top.
Slays. Okay, so you only discount when you actually slay.
Yep. now
Okay,
that's
so
hit dice remaining.
so he's this horrible energy kind of like turns them into sort of like horrible prunish versions of themselves. Hair sloughs off, and they're falling off in their saddles. One of them just kind of desiccates immediately and sort of is puffing in the wind. They're dropping their bows. One of them kind of pisses himself in his saddle, but it is okay. Now the manticores, I think, are the next lowest hit dice, and it's the 4 manticores here, and then that one. That one actually will roll last.
You 4 make it, you fail. All right.
Okay, so dead. That's 6 hit dice.
Okay, so there's 9 hit dice remaining.
Dead
Oh, sorry.
More than that.
Dead.
34.
More than 9. Yeah, it's okay. Give me a second.
and dead.
I inverted my number.
Ah.
So 34 minus 15 minus 6 minus 6 minus... Yeah, it'll kill 3 manticores.
Okay, so that last one is still alive, but without a rider.
And then a mosquito or something.
Right, and then this guy's not affected by the spell, and this manicore doesn't have to make it save because there's not enough hit dice left. Phineas, this horrible wave of necromantic energy did go over you.
Is this guy
Spellcraft.
going for a ride or?
Oh yeah. Yes. So yeah, there's a bunch of plummeting manticore corpses. Boosh! This one lands kind of in the soggy side of the river. This one bounces, losing his desiccated rider, which kind of explodes. You've never seen quite a man explode like a falling bag of flour. Like you could be breathing him in at this point. This rider is going for a ride. Let's see where he's going to hit ground or is he going to hit water? No, he lands in the water. So he's going to take 6d3 damage. I believe it's non-lethal. We'll just say that. He takes 11 non-lethal damage as he splooges into the water. And he's still attached to his manticore, so he might have a hard time in a second. And then this manticore fails his fly check and descends 10 feet. Okay, that's Radimer showing you what high-level necromancers can do. How many more circles of death does he have?
You can do 2 more if you want.
Oh, okay.
If you feel so inclined. It's a little expensive. There's a 500 gold component, but
Worth it.
Yep.
yeah. Oh yeah. This is the whole. I was waiting. I was like holding the charge.
I rather not do fireballs. That's what he says to Arlen. Carrion.
Did you do that one?
Yes.
Oh God. Oh God. Why? Are you still trying to bite me?
You're lucky I am no longer your master. Carrion hunters.
Good talk.
Are they all dead?
There's one in the water.
Oh no, there's one fighting the summon thingy, and there's one in the water. Yeah, this one is spending the round trying to like unhook himself. Like he gets off the saddle and is now like trying to swim ashore. He might just be swept. Nope, he's being swept up in the which is down towards you guys. He's swimming. He's going for a swim. This one's just lying there. Hope like, he fed himself a potion. He's no longer. We forgot him for a couple rounds. He's okay. Well, broken bones, but okay. This one's in a fight for his life, so he is going to stowing. No, he's going to keep his bow in one hand and draw a short sword and attack the summoned creature. AC 17 on your summoned pterodactyl thingy. Okay, you got stabbed for 7.
Okay.
There's a tumultuous battle going on here. The summoned creature arrived at Godiva, which is after the beasts. Okay, so yeah, it's trying to stab at the pterodactyl. And then the one hunter that is swimming, and I think that's it. Wow. Okay. Ugg and Sam are tied, so you guys
Ugg
get
is
to.
waiting for Sam to pin it.
Right, he still has his ready
Yeah.
action. Sam,
And I'm before Garvek,
you are before the brute. Yep.
so he did not. I don't get a +5 because he didn't get a chance to escape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna pin him.
That sucks so much for him. There would be so much whining if you were that dude.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You have no idea.
I am not happy about Ugg's build.
No, I'm whining about the order, the way the initiatives happen. It's like, oh, they rated an action of grapple. Oh no, they get to go before you. Oh shit! And the guy beside you ready to stab. Yeah. This is so good. This is so good.
I like it because it's on our side,
Mm.
but it's got to be one of the most broken
Dude,
feats.
I'm just gonna pop your head off power.
Yeah.
I would rather we left that
Okay.
Pandora's box closed.
So would I
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Like last game.
Nope.
'Cause
Combat's dangerous.
You didn't see it.
Death. Death is bad.
Kills him.
Well, no. First, Sam needs to. Oh, 36 was the
36.
grapple. Okay, so he's pinned, and then the ready to action goes off.
So he slits his throat.
Okay, give me critical coup de grace damage.
Damage.
Does anybody have a sharper knife? There we go.
There we go. What's he using?
Ugg just crushes people's throats. Who are you kidding?
What's he using?
His fist. He's just.
Okay, so
ripping his throat out.
he's just one head that kind of pulls this guy's head backwards, and he's roaring, and he's now ripping an Adam's apple out of the
35
things.
damage.
Okay, so he needs to make a 45 DC.
Careful, damn it.
Okay. The fly spell just kind of wears off, almost as if Ugg tore the fly spell out of the guy's throat, and the body just kind of. Well, I guess Sam's holding onto it. I don't know if you're pulling it onto the.
Is he still alive?
No, there's fucking spray of blood everywhere. It's shitting itself.
ground,
It's
right?
dropping the hammer.
No, well, we'll leave him up here.
Okay.
He's treasure.
Okay, Sam pulls him onto the carpet. He's just bleeding all over the side, all over the carpet. I will remove the brute from the initiative. Top of round. Phineas's initiative moved the same as the priest.
Yep.
Oh, and you're faster than the priest.
Yeah, this is the whole. You don't get to cast a spell ever again.
Okay.
Hmm.
Radiant Skull.
Can you do a flyby attack on the gnome on the left that's fighting the pterodactyl?
The gnoll?
Get
Yep.
a sneak attack?
So he flies at 50. He flies through that square and then continues flying afterwards. And he flies perfect, so you just turn back around and go back where he was.
Yeah, he'll do that. I think there's an AOO on his way out.
Yeah, on his way out there is. So he goes flying into the thing square. He can't see it. He attacks it. Are you attacking the manticore or the gnoll?
Let's take the gnoll out. Now,
Okay.
is it the same touch attack?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's finesse. AC 39. Okay, so the Radiant Skull just sort of appears right beside him. Kind of bumps into the gnoll's skull. There's this flash of light that burns for 1d6 damage plus 1d6 sneak attack plus its dex, so 13.
I think that provokes an AOO from the hunter and the manticore.
19 damage.
19 damage. The hunter isn't dead, and then when you fly away, mobility increases your
Yeah.
your AC by 4. But yes, there is a AOO from both the hunter and the manticore. Hunter with the short sword hits AC 10, misses, and the manticore tries to claw at the skull that appeared. Hitting AC 16, missing.
No. This has a pretty good AC actually.
Like a plus 13 dex mod or some nonsense.
Arlen.
Yeah. Arlen's gonna fireball that cleric. Like, oh, there. That guy. This guy.
Who's going after Phineas?
Is there a way that I can get this cleric as well?
No, you want to put it in the middle?
Get in the middle. I think you can get both corners.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you're holding onto the edge of the carpet. You're spending the entire combat basically on all fours, like gripping the end of the carpet. You point your head up, and an orange little bead goes flying up into the air and explodes. The sounds of battle ricocheting off the canyon walls.
Here you go. So yeah, reflex save is oh, it's Arlen now. I think it's 19. Give me a second. Triple check. DC is 18, 19. Yeah.
Okay, so the ranger gnoll made it, but his manticore did not. How much damage?
60, 10, 10, or 10d6.
The Ranger Manticore, or sorry, the Ranger Gnoll, however, oh no, they've got good hit points.
48.
Holy shit. 24 damage. Is 39 and 4 is 43. He's unconscious in the saddle. And then the Manticore failed. Took 48 damage. And is bloodied by that. And it has to make a ride check. Or a fly check. No, it doesn't descend. The really beat up Manticore that the priest of the Mother of Monsters is riding. Gets an 18, fails by 1. That's just their shit luck. For 48 points of damage.
Ow.
8 is 97. I have to check its hit points. This mother trucker has 96 hit points, and it took 97 damage. Okay, I'm going to roll the reflex save for... So it's unconscious and falling, and then I'm going to roll the reflex save for the priest, and then roll some damage for them to think they're hitting the ground. Reflex save for the priest.
Oh, they land on the gnoll who healed himself.
Reflex save for priest fails. He takes 43 damage.
Plus a fall.
7 damage.
It's 48 damage. Does he have a...
Yeah, he has 5 resist for some reason.
Oh, okay.
And then they fall right into the drink. That was 17 non-lethal.
As a move action, I'm going to channel and exclude that guy, that guy. 'Cause I am injured. Where the hell? Where's Arlen? Can't see him anymore. Is he under Sam?
Oh no, he's gone.
Fucking. He's so stealthy. Okay. Add 12 damage. Fuck. I know where he is.
He's up with the gnolls for some reason.
What the fuck?
I didn't move him there.
Hey guys.
Who was up with the nose?
Arlen was up at the top of the hill just chilling.
Who you guys shooting at?
Okay, so you only heal yourself then, because I don't think anyone else took damage.
Radimer's damaged.
No, he doesn't heal that way.
Oh. Fuck you guys then.
Carrion beasts. Well, this one's gonna try to fly away.
Ryden would let you go.
It's flying around the side of the river. It's
out of range.
Yeah.
Or out of view.
Actually, it has to turn around to do that, so it's gonna do a.
Was that the one with the acid?
No, the acid's in the water.
Perfect.
Yep.
And then this one is in a battle against the summoned pterodactyl.
It's
See-
damaged. Oh, it made its.
What's the AC for the pterodactyl? Mark?
15, something like that.
Oh, it's 16.
Okay, 2 hits. 3 hits. From a claw bite. Doesn't have any DR.
No.
Total of 35 damage.
Plus the 7, 30, 40, exactly kills it, brings it to 0.
Okay, pterodactyl disappears. and then it needs to make a check. Fails by 1 on its hover check.
So, fall.
But I think it's falling. Yep.
You from damage or from?
Yeah, I just failed to hover.
I think that means it has to move.
Oh, it only got
it used
one.
to
It only got 1 attack then. Okay, so your summon creature only took 13 damage.
13 damage.
If you fail by more than 5,
Put it
that's when
at
you fall.
20 damage then.
All right, it failed by 1, so it had to use a move to stay up, and it only attacked once.
No, it has to actually move.
Okay.
Post AOO.
Okay, there's an AOO
Right.
as it's gonna go land.
Stein. AC 19.
Hits. Can you do 13 damage?
18.
Okay, it pecks at the Manticore, and instead it falls. It's at -1, and then it falls 30 feet, so 3d6.
Oh, okay.
Those Manicore in large numbers are a problem.
Mm-hmm. Those gloves were a good idea.
7.
Okay, so 13 minus 1 minus 8. Okay. All right, so and it sheds its rider. Its rider dies because of that fall. Gonna fell on the rider. Oh, Godiva.
She's gonna instruct the pterodactyl to go after this fella here.
Okay.
Double move there.
This horrible noise in the canyon. The prehistoric beast is flying after the Manticore. Carrion warriors. Well, we now see a thing that's all alone. There's a bunch of arrows flying in towards the summoned creature. I think we're down to 25 with working bows. What's its AC?
16.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potential crit, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9d8 plus 36. The archers make it go away.
Yep. And Godiva is going to cast a cure spell on herself. I'll have to check which.
How much oomph?
Yeah.
Phineas.
Phineas is going to ready an action. Or
When you
ready
cast a spell magic on that, you attacked him. Oh, you're in Greater Invis.
Greater Invis, yeah. He's preparing to cast a spell for the priest to get on dry land.
So you're readying an action for when the priest gets on dry land.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's still like kind of floundering around in the river at this point.
Yeah.
The carrion priest. Priests aren't known. You know what?
He'll ride his Manticore as a raft to victory.
No, he's casting a spell. It's a standard action. Spellcraft check DC 23.
I automatically make it.
Okay, he's casting Airwalk.
Okay.
Until it gets high, then dispel it. Oh, you son of a bitch.
He is going to move action off of the Manticore. Growls. Looking around the battlefield. Ratimer.
Where do you think you're going?
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna just float up and bone shatter the priest?
Ratimer goes forward. All right, Bone Shatter. What's the roll? What's the roll here?
Fortitude save.
Oh, my guy's got a decent fort. 18. Does that make it?
Yep. So he's exhausted for 12 minutes and takes 37 damage.
Ooh, exhausted's bad. And how much? 37.
Can he take that? Because that's a lot of damage.
I don't
now.
know. 7 is 94, and 30 is 124, and then that puts him at -4. So he's unconscious because of that. Kind
I'm very tired also.
If he falls down in the air because he's airwalking, they're just rushing underneath him, and his half unconscious.
How convenient that he has to spell to protect his gear from the water.
He's quite a considerate evil thing, isn't he?
Carrion hunters. Well, this one's kind of floating away. This one is trying to crawl away along the riverbank. Ugh. The carpet's spinning, kind of 5 feet off of the off the ground.
Making sure they don't lose any of the guy's stuff.
He's gonna hop off the carpet and grab the dude's hammer then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big thing at the end. Yeah.
He picks up this massive maul and notices that it's sort of dripping a little bit. Sam.
So we win.
There's still a lot of locals.
Are we gonna? Hey, you! Hey! Yell at the guys in the water.
They're trying to get away.
Sam will acid splash one.
Okay, yeah, you can fire at this dude.
Okay, I shoot acid splash at him.
You terror.
Skull's like, good spell.
I touch. I don't think he's flat-footed, so 2 acid damage.
2 damage. Okay. You clip his ear. Looks painful.
Sneak attack to that. Ha 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 ha.
The radiant skull is just turning invisible and returning to Arlen's side. Shall we destroy the non-believers?
What language is that in?
Imperial Common.
Yes, the ones in the waters, yes. Don't need any more.
Arlen.
coming afterwards. Yeah, I was gonna fireball that crowd at the top who's been frigging with us with arrows.
Okay.
Easy
Which
arrows
crowd?
right here.
This one? Oh, that's way too big. That is way too big as well.
No, that is perfect. The bigger the better. There you go. Go up one, please.
If you go up one, hit that guy, you miss that guy. So it doesn't.
No,
And if you go straight up, vertical.
straight up
vertical.
one. Just center it one square above, and you hit. That crowd. Here. Close, but you know what I'm talking about. This guy gets included.
I'm so confused. That's right.
If this circle goes up one, like ends here, you would also include this guy. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not seeing it.
No, I'm not seeing it either.
Oh, I
This-
have
this
to
is who you-
zoom in.
yeah.
There we
one of
go.
the templates was the wrong size.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
It kept
Okay,
being
okay.
flicked into existence.
Okay, no, that's perfect then.
Okay.
DC 19. And damage is... Uh, 37. I balls roll.
Whew, that's still.
Balls roll. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones.
That plus 10 is the thing.
I said plus 10 is mutable.
That's a lot of
Fail.
saves.
Save. Fail. Save.
4
fail.
saved. 37 is 18.
5 saves.
5
the 19.
saved.
The 19.
Okay. This one dies anyways because he had damage. Hurt.
Does treasure come rolling down the mountain?
Hurt. And then these guys.
Coming down the mountain with your treasure.
Okay, this seems to convince the gnolls that. Well, actually, the priest is out. Yeah, this seems to convince the gnolls that they should leave.
The battle is over.
Yeah, they are. Unless you're convincing them further, they're trying to run as quickly as they can up the side of the top of the cliff. They're not blowing horns or anything like that, although one of them does pick it up. Most of the treasure you imagine will be on the priest, whose body is just sort of hanging in the air, and then the warrior that so bravely dove from the back of the manticore towards his own doom. All is quiet aside from the whooping calls of the defeated gnolls and the ever so strong flow of the river Serpentes.
Collect some treasures, I think.
Yes.
Unless we're being told to purge the non-believer. Or we're
The
being
skull
ordered to
take-
purge the non-believer.
Okay, so
Skull's
the
taking care of that.
skull basically, you see it dip down, appear on top of the guy's head, and this one drowns in the river, and then this one gnoll is going, no, is trying to climb up the side of the embankment. The radiant skull disappears, and then next time you see it, it's kind of burning the dude's eyes out with his harsh light. And keeps on bumping into him until the thing stops moving, and then simply floats back towards Arlen.
So, Arlen,
Yes, Sam?
your floating head thing,
Yes.
he seems to have like an anger problem.
Quite possibly.
Radimer flies out and drags the priest's body off to the side.
Maybe he'd be happier if he had his back. So maybe you could find him a thingy.
Follow.
Shall we chase down the other non-believers who
There's no point right now.
who
See what we get.
spell and sword against you?
It's not a problem right now. We'll find out who
I
this
do not
other
wish
monster
you
is.
to make the same mistake that I did, and leave any enemies alive.
Well, perhaps some enemies can see the source.
Mr. Skull Thingy, do you miss your unit?
I was never part of a military organization.
I don't know how to talk to a priest about Madangle.
Don't worry about it, Sam. Thanks, though. Well, Phineas, Radimer, good work, everyone. Let's see what we've picked up.
Where's Godiva? Where are you?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, shoot,
over here.
Well,
I'm terribly wounded.
make yourself visible.
I don't want you to see me like this. It will no doubt break your heart. And then she makes herself visible, and she's
okay.
lying like with her hand, like, oh.
She is banged up and she's covered in blood and fur.
So you get 2 channels and you're healed.
For how much?
45.
Yeah.
Radimer will Has
Thank you, Arlen. I am still so very weak, though. And she's like holding out her arms, like, pick me up.
She's
Sam
all yours. She needs
Sam
a...
will pick up Godiva.
Pick her up and seat her down on the carpet. You're now
Arlen's
sitting in the.
precipitating his carpet.
You're precipitating like the small puddle of gnoll blood.
I'm injured. Just one moment.
He's cleaning up the carpet. There are some impressive items on these knolls. Should we make camp somewhere
Yes, indeed.
and
I
have a
can
look?
Create a rope trick for us.
Hey, do you want to send your skull guy off to make certain the gnolls are not, knolling about?
Yeah, if you could follow them and not make yourself in any not put yourself in any danger, just find out where they are.
Ugh, if you can help me with these, I want these 2 bodies. He's pointing at Manticore here and Manticore here. It's been a while, and he's cracking his knuckles. It's been a while since I've had servants of this like.
Excellent idea, Radimer.
Radimer looks at you like just to make sure that you're just not mocking him, given
No,
that
it's
you're.
like this would make excellent soldiers. Because everyone's like, well, I have a skull following me.
Did the skull take any damage?
No, it wasn't it.
Okay.
Where is he?
He's under this mass somewhere. There he is.
There he is. Radiant. Follow the nose and just see where they are.
Yes.
We will set up. Just return back here when. Don't put yourself in any danger.
I will spy on the lessers, on the heathens.
Yes. Please do.
Like at the retreat, they had these carved ones on a shelf where you could just tie it to the skull and.
One Manticore made it away. They still got
Yes.
their little. There's still a horrible encounter for a lower level party.
They're good deed, isn't it?
Indeed.
That was a pretty serious raiding party.
How's it
Although I
big
believe
group?
the term, they didn't know who they fucking with.
They don't
certainly
know
comes
who
to
they be
mind.
fucking with.
I'm gonna paste some treasure. What is the spellcraft check to identify items, Mark, that Phineas has?
Oh, what's his spellcraft check?
Yeah.
29 without.
Okay.
Well, it's actually 32 right now because he's got his cognatogen going.
Okay. I will paste this, but what you find is a potion of bull strength on the priest. You find a wand of inflict moderate wounds with 23 charges in it. Again, I will copy pasta. You find a glaive called called Salamander. It is a +2 flaming glaive. The priest was wearing the belt of the perfect beast. It has all sorts of like teeth and claws from different animals. It grants a +2 enhancement bonus to strength, dex, and con. Skullcrack is a +1 Bane human sling. The priest was also wearing a ring of featherfall, had a pearl of power 3, and the half skull is a bone buckler +3 with +5 competence bonus to intimidate checks. You find a strange jade unholy symbol that looks like a kind of headless pregnant fat woman kind of squatting, sort of two little, like kind of like almost like a prehistoric looking kind of idol, like 2 little hands, 2 little nubs for feet, big belly, and just sort of no head. You're not sure what that exactly is. Garvak the brute had a +2 chain shirt. He had Vitrax, a +1 acid burst earthbreaker. A brooch of shielding 33 hit points left in it. The Cloak of Wyvern Wings is a +2 Cloak of Resistance, Ring of Featherfall, and 3 times per day fly at caster level 6. You find that the priest's manticore was carrying a war purse with several thousand coins in it and a couple thousand gold pieces worth of gemstones. The manticore that had acidic on its acid on its spikes comes from an amulet of mighty fists +1 acidic, which you can take off or leave on the skeleton or whatever. I will pass all this stuff. I'm sure some of you will start grabbing at it. And
Phineas
also,
obviously needs the belt.
who?
Phineas obviously needs the belt.
I'm thinking Ugg needs a belt, but you know, it's just me.
Party pages. This is going in Circus loot under unsorted.
And then we could put Ugg's belt on Phineas. Does Phineas have a con item?
No.
Then we put Ugg's belt on Phineas. We take off whatever belt he's got. We stick the con belt on Phineas.
Phineas is fine. He's got like 70 hit points. 80 even.
I'd really like that belt of con. I've got 70 hit points.
Arlen's, Arlen's worse off.
Alright, we will.
How many of these creatures' bows are you getting? I guess one. How many of the hunters? 1, 2, 3, 4. One of them floated away. Looks like you get 4 of them.
Transport these bows back to the citadel.
Can it lift them? I think it can lift them one at a time.
One at a time.
Are you doing this with the bows up top too?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Strength 18 longbows are worth
10.
something.
Yep.
12, 14, 16. Okay, so you end up finding 16 masterwork, composite,
Actually, the
longbow,
caravan until they're sold. Because if we take them to the
strength
citadel,
18.
we'll take them to the caravan until we return.
And then let me check to see if there were any magic on those arrangers. You were able to get 4 of them. Yes, they had. There were 3 potions of cure moderate wounds and a little bit less than a quiver of human bane arrows.
So was there an amulet of mighty fists with acidic in it?
Yeah. It is on the list.
Oh, sorry. I might be having a derp.
It's right above the bows. I'm just going to put a whack of arrows and things that you found. I'm reducing the numbers a little bit because...
See, I was on the wrong treasure sheet. Being a dum-dum. So, Skullcrack is probably an Ugg or a Sam. The Belt of Perfect Beast goes on Ugg, and Ugg's con belt goes to Arlen. Here, does anybody not agree with my sentences?
No, keep going.
Alright, so I'm going to take that item and I'll put it on Ugg.
It's close to Flaming Glaive. Should not go to Ugg.
It's a slashing weapon. Ugg prefers
Ugg needs piercing.
piercing weapons. This idol is very strange. I do not recognize it. It appears to be the priest's holy symbol. If you do not mind, I will keep it.
It looks like a lady.
It does, doesn't it?
Knowledge, religion. To see what that is.
Yeah, he definitely presents it to Phineas. Not in any sort of lewd way that like Sam might be presenting it, but
Plus 27 I getting any help from anyone?
Radimer is studying it, and his knowledge of religion
I'm sure.
is plus 22.
Auto. So I will see if my familiar can help too.
Bird comes out and it goes back in.
Ow!
It's a god.
I'm just going to take those spell components and put them on Radimer to help replenish his Circle of Death supply.
Sweet.
Because he can cast 4 of those in one day.
The Pearl of Power, does that only work for prepared spells?
Correct.
Helps. So plus 31.
The Pearl of Power is... we'll discuss that.
Roll the 1, 32.
It could be useful for me. But...
I rolled a 1 and got 32.
You know what the dumbest thing is? I've got 1 rank in knowledge religion.
that bonus.
So what is your question? Like, you're trying to identify the symbol?
What is this? A holy symbol? Like, what is this religion? Like?
Yeah, you heard Radimer translates what he heard the priest saying, and yes, there is a goddess out there that is anathema to civilization. She is purportedly the mother of monsters. This deity is not from Tarak. It came via the gate. Most likely a goddess that that came with the people that are coming through as refugees.
I don't know, that kind of sounds like fake news to me. It's a little overhyped.
You suspect with 31 that it's one of these nameless gods. Probably a chaotic and evil religion.
All right. Well, he shares all of this.
They do not belong here on Tarak, is what you're saying.
No, they are from somewhere else.
Hmm. What are they doing in Kafrania?
Do you mean the religion or do you mean the god?
I mean, these
Followers of the
gnolls were rather powerful, and this priest was not a pushover.
Indeed. But are you saying these creatures came from a different place, or this religion came from a different place?
The religion is not from Tarak, is what Phineas is saying. These gnolls, their dress suggests that they have spent some time here. But this idol, I doubt, comes from this world. He holds out his hand to take it back, and Radimer's interested.
He hands it back.
Any reason Doug doesn't use a buckler?
The Ludus owner hasn't equipped his gladiators properly.
Failure of a Ludus owner. Alright, he's got the creepy skull.
Careful with the carpet!
Alright.
Yeah, this fits nice.
Carpet ever.
Kind of
Yeah,
makes
you should wear that.
me look.
You've got 3 hands. How come one of them isn't holding a shield?
little hand gives you the finger. He climbs onto the carpet and jumps a little bit.
Radimer got the little wand, right?
Yeah. The Ring of Featherfall we're putting on Godiva
Yes,
because
fall.
you fell your ass out of the sky, right?
Okay, so Sam's putting a ring on
You
your
don't
finger.
know that.
Oh God.
Sam's putting a ring on your finger, Godiva.
Oh no.
Oh, what are we gonna tell Callie? Oh,
that you
it
fell out of the
doesn't.
sky. So we put this on you
I
so it doesn't
know,
happen
I know,
again.
I know. I am your angel.
What?
You know, and I know. That's all that
What do I know?
matters, Sam.
Congratulations, Sam. I guess two
What?
is enough now. Well, maybe.
Well,
And it was quick, but I see it.
I do.
Arlen
I
told
do.
me.
There is a
Arlen told
glow
me to give it to
between.
you. So
Arlen,
He
Arlen,
casts light on the rings, like there's a glow between you two.
Arlen, can you make it official?
we're not making nothing official.
I do. I
What's
think
that?
he does. So
How high up are we?
You're on the ground.
Take the ring off.
Are you guys making camp here? Radimer wants to spend some time with the Manticore corpses. I think animating dead.
Yeah, we're gonna put a rope trick here.
Okay.
Well, actually, we'll put a rope trick somewhere. Yeah, I said the skull would be over here, so I'll put a rope trick over there.
Okay. The skull eventually, the radiant skull eventually returns.
How does the Prancy Pants get fiery?
oh, just normal. It's an ability it has. All its natural attacks are just like that.
So a +1 acidic amulet
Would add to, yes.
would just make it do another 1 + 1d6 damage.
Yeah. Yes.
So the amulet
All
gets
right,
put
so
into.
you should carry this, but I'm not trying to marry your pony. I'm not that lonely.
The heathens have a camp about a mile into the hills.
How many? What's the numbers at?
They had all their numbers present. Shall we go there and eradicate their stain from this world?
Well, we'll see. We're going to rest today, and we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yes.
We might. Is there anything of value over there that might help us find what we're looking for? Or perhaps other champions there that might be a...
I did not see any others that stand out. Their camp is primitive.
We'll fly above and decide once we see once we see it.
Yes.
But for now, we'll stick to our goal.
Yes.
Excellent work.
It just floats over to a rock and sort of like sits itself down on the rock
Yeah.
and kind of suns itself.
He doesn't need to eat.
Nope. As long as he gets
sleep.
4 hours of.
Yeah.
No, he
gets
is a
sleep.
creature. He does eat and sleep. Although as long as he gets 4 hours of sunlight, he doesn't need to eat.
It's just eat. Serpent of the sun. You no longer need to eat. Okay. Okay, that's cool. He still needs to sleep. Right.
Still needs water. Still needs to sleep. It's technically alive.
Sure.
Creepy thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you eat, where does it? Never mind.
I absorb it.
All right.
It is the power of light.
Excellent.
Are Earthbreakers exotic?
Nope, they're martial. Sam have a new hammer? Is that what we're saying?
Sam doesn't have martial weapon proficiency.
Oh.
You're a brawler.
the only
You're a
the only big
brawler.
weapon he knows how to use is a greatsword.
You're a brawler.
Brawler, dude. Just take the feet.
No, he's a brawler. He's got martial weapon proficiency.
Does that? No. Oh, I might have been playing him like he was a monk.
I think you were, my friend.
Breach of shielding.
I might be an idiot.
I'll
Second.
double check, but I'm like 90% sure.
No, I think
we're
it's
all
just
looking.
close fighter group.
Simple
you're right,
weapons,
you're right.
hand axe, short sword, weapons of close
You're
fighter
right.
weapon group.
Sam, can you use a good cloak?
All right.
Plus 2
My
resistance cloak?
mine's makes me hidey and makes me not get exploded.
A flying Ugg is actually quite scary.
Flug.
It's one
Yeah.
less spell I have to put on him.
So yeah, we can put the cloak of replace the cloak of Elvenkind, and the vest resistance +2. Okay. What does Mr. Prancy Pants have for? Can we put a vest on Pants Pants?
Sure.
Yes.
All right.
It's
We're
a
gonna give
little
another
goat
suit
vest.
of
Oh,
time.
actually, let me check because Godiva and Prancy Pants share slots. Like I can't double them up.
Oh. That's really weird.
Is that how Eidolons work? Weird.
We still have another amulet of Mighty Fists, right?
No,
There's
but
an amulet manifest
yeah,
+1.
Mr. Prancy Pants can't wear a vest, but he can get a shoulder item.
All right. Well, we'll have to jigger around.
All right.
Okay. Do you want me to grab the cloak, or did you already do that?
Don't touch it. Don't touch
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah, I know I haven't. Okay, things are.
And
moving
you guys
now.
fight over the Pearl of Power.
Pearl of Power would.
We've got a powerful wizard, and then we've got an Oracle Thurge. Like a wizard cleric.
Who got the book with the inherent intelligence bonus? Let me think. That's right. I watched that episode, you motherfuckers.
Radimer got
Giving
it.
it to the NPC.
Yeah, but you weren't even in the dungeon.
Irrelevant. It's an NPC.
Radimer's enjoying his 24 int.
Yeah, I wasn't
Sorry.
mocking anyone over the same. Like, your safety DC is only 19? Oh no.
Radimer will not fight people over the Pearl of Power.
No, he's
3.
got spells coming out the butt.
Yeah.
So,
What's
Okay.
the Pearl of what level?
Pearl of Power 3.
It's 3.
3. Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Shit, what is this?
Was that Phineas's treasure for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
It will help your wizard spells. Unfortunately, it would have to be a different item for it to help your alchemy.
These are slotless.
They are slotless.
Yeah, they're slotless.
So would Prancy Pants wear a cloak of hiding? No, Prancy Pants has a cloak of resistance right now. I don't
Okay.
want to change that.
So for me, it would third level is not bad. Third level spells are not bad, but I think it'd be better for you.
Yeah, because third level is like a very awesome level for spells.
Yeah, for me, it's they're pretty good, but
Wait a
not.
sec. We've got a +2 resistance cloak. You're gonna get Nibble's badass, cool ass looking cloak. Looks like Spawn's cloak.
Nibble's tattered cloak of resistance. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the party's got a lot of stuff.
Yep. All right.
Okay, it looks like you've you've picked through that that horde like a murder of crows on a corpse.
Did you take that Pearl of Power?
I did.
Did you remove it from the list?
It's on. I didn't remove it from the list. I just wrote
Okay,
it down.
I'm just deleting it.
Okay.
It's gone.
I only copied it 6 times and put it on my sheet.
It's awesome.
Ah man, sometimes you're a bit of a dick. Just saying.
He's an asshole, fucking asshole.
Is Sam taking the acid burst earthbreaker? Oh no, he can't.
No, he can't use it.
Well,
so,
he could brawler himself.
He can
I'm
brawler
sorry.
himself into using whatever he wants.
Right.
We've got we've got necklace.
He will nab that
of-
sling though.
Nice. Skull crack.
Yeah, we've got a beat of force and necklace of fireballs 3. Somebody should have that.
Worried about exploding.
I've already got stuff to explode shit with, so
Okay.
put on
D-
somebody's
does
shit.
Godiva have any damaging spells?
No.
If not, okay, beat of
Does-
force, necklace of fireballs.
Does Godiva want the sling?
No, no, she's not.
She's
Is
small, it's
Sling a
medium.
martial?
Oh yeah.
Sling
No,
is not
it's
too big.
Yeah, you know what? She's not gonna do enough damage for it.
Give it to a strong character.
I think Duke Caramel's Doomblade I'm going to put back into thing because I've got too many. Actually, no, I need to keep that. It's my only
Knife.
trident. I've got a dagger. I'll keep it for now. Sam is running into the you're a fighter, you've got too many weapons on your sheet
That's what Cade
scenario.
He's got a list. I've got a spreadsheet of weapons.
Yes, we're running into that where it's like, my guy doesn't have
Here's my
resistance item.
crossbow. This is
My
my
fighter has 18 swords.
Oh. Right, Magnus walks around with 5 great swords. Shield.
Oh, I just saw Sam's armor and I got happy for a second. Ooh. Ooh.
Booyakasha.
Duke Caramel, your armor, so sexy.
16 masterwork composite longbow. Breach of shielding. Is that slotless?
No.
Is that a amulet?
We're keeping that because it'll stop us from being pecked to death by the. Oh no.
No, we gotta give that. We gotta give that to somebody. Put it on some character sheet. Somebody
Yeah.
who doesn't have shield, so it would be somebody targeted.
Maybe Sam?
Sam
It
or
would be
Ugg.
somebody who has a frustrating AC.
Sam, yeah, give it to Sam.
Like
Yeah,
it's
Ugg
one of those
can
things that we really
smash
should
it.
give that to Cade
Yes, he can make shield.
as the final screw you.
He has a shield potion. King
Yeah, yeah.
dispelled, yeah, but
Because shield is the magic missiles is the eventual way that you kill those high AC characters. Watch this try.
I miss Mervling.
I do for a second, and then I remember the other shotgun of all the effects going, June. 45 minutes to figure out what happened at the end of this one.
Oh yeah. That was funny.
Marty, what's the monster's
I can't-
reflex,
was
fort
it-
save,
was it
will
4?
save, and CMB?
Was it 4 magic missiles? It was 20d4 plus 20, wasn't it?
That one wasn't a problem. It was the stinky cloud, ice
Sting
storm,
cloud,
grease
the
web, tentacles, or whatever
tentacles, yeah. Sting cloud, grease web, tentacles.
Okay. So you're spending the night here inside of a rope trick. I'll have to calculate what the costs are, but I'm pretty sure 2 CR6 creatures are Ratimer's undead bitches. So I'll find some tokens for Manticore skeletons.
I will eventually give them the command to fly home. I will see them in 2 months.
Right, or Manticores fly at 50, so he could actually have them tirelessly flying after
Flying
you.
run.
Yep.
Flying run at 200 feet per round.
Yeah, or you just have them follow you, just as a sign of the power of those that are traversing up the River Serpentes.
Maybe we won't get murked by friggin' gnolls again.
Murked by gnolls, or if this necromantic organization of tomb guardians turn tomb crackers, tomb raiders, if you will, sees a necromancer with a modicum of power, they might not bother you as well. I'm going to open up the world map for a moment. That is not the world map.
We need to pick up Ratimer on the way back. Just because, or not Ratimer, Roger.
Oh, last game they tried to scry on Roger. He rolled a nat 20 on his.
Oh,
will
you tried to get Roger.
Yeah. Yep. You guys spend what is it, 50 miles a day? So you spend another day heading towards the Pale Mountain Shadow, and you have the Pale Mountain foothills, and you have now done two weeks worth of adventuring to get to this point. You are searching around in the foothills for what?
The Smoky Hill.
Yeah. So describe how it is that you're looking for this particular phenomenon.
Sam uses his eyes to look for a smoky hill. Does anybody else have a better method?
You're continuing to fly around and sort of like explore the hills effectively. Okay.
Yeah.
Who is leading the exploration?
Phineas, because he has knowledge geography, unless someone else has better knowledge geography.
Okay, so Phineas is relying on his on maps and knowing knowing things about the geography of the area.
He's also going to use Nyx to kind of scout.
Okay, so Nyx actually comes out of the tattoo form, which is the inky raven bird replacement for the original Nyx. This one is a lot less mouthy and a little more obedient.
It doesn't poop anywhere.
Yep. Okay, so Nyx auto aids. How are other people aiding via their skills? Survival, knowledge, nature.
Arlen can try to give you a knowledge nature.
Sam will hide his way to victory. Sam will help by not being in the way.
Oh, Godiva.
Perception could
will-
also help. Like
Oh,
if you
auto
just
aid
want.
with
Okay.
perception.
Yeah, you're just acting as eyes for this mission.
Yeah, so Skullman will auto aid, Arlen will auto aid. Radiance.
Can Godiva inspire competence?
This is like you're searching a very large geographic area for a very small
but she has
feature.
and cast
Change.
and she'll cast Toilsome Chant, which means she spends one round of her bardic song to inspire competence. Toilsome Chant allows the bonus to persist until the action is completed.
So, sure.
Get it.
I'm gonna double check. There might,
Okay.
might be like,
And this can be done over like an 8-hour day.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
what happened to the map?
I am on the world map.
We're on the world map.
Okay.
That's what
The
explains it.
benefit of inspire
Yeah.
competence persists for as long as is necessary to complete the target's next skill check using the chosen skill.
Okay, so Godiva is aiding by chanting, and you guys have this same like earworm chant that Godiva has been saying over and over for days.
Boom, bop, boop, bop, doo, yeah.
Give me that, boo,
Skull.
Okay,
Llama.
Radimer I think auto aids.
Can we aid with more than one skill?
No, just one character doing a thing.
Okay.
What's the total?
So, hang on.
I
20
think
plus
everyone is aiding, right?
1 plus 3
Does Ugg have an ability to aid?
2.
Does the crown have the ability to aid?
Yep. You'll have to look though.
I'm trying to look for its stats.
Ugg can aid.
Honestly.
Sam can aid?
Sam aids, Ugg auto aids, Sam auto aids.
Sam aids, Ugg, Radimer aids.
Is it a regular regular stats for motes?
Yeah, it's just a lantern archon.
It was Arlen aiding.
Yeah, Arlen and his skull aid. So +4.
Another +4.
And the Lantern Archon has a +4 perception and pretty shitty skills. So just give me a d20
What?
+4.
Oh, the lantern. Oh, okay, sorry. D20 +4. Cool. Thank you. Yep.
Okay, the group of you with fly spells, I'm going to give you a +4 because you guys are seeing things from above.
Okay.
And I'm looking for DC 50.
50. Okie doke. 57.
Boom bop beep bop bop.
Give me that.
2 days. I think.
Yep. And no encounters. always bad.
Those flying undead.
Okay, the group of you scout the Pale Mountain foothills for several days before finally you find yourselves looking at a scene where one of the many tributaries and small springs and things that are feeding the great river Serpentes that are coming out of the three mountains must be feeding it underground, but that is not the remarkable part of it. It looks like a pool that is smoking. The pool's not very big. It's got rocky shores. It's sort of bubbling. There's a kind of a eerie trail of smoke coming out of it. And I'm going to now save this campaign and reopen it. Back to Kafrania. Copy all of your tokens.
Well, hey, Bergturn. Oh, he's dead.
He's not dead.
To me, he's dead.
He's now a shadowy Barrack-Tarn.
Commissioner's gonna get his. We're just gonna settle in a different region first. He's not gonna literally get ripped apart by his own chains.
I'm pulling one way, Sam pulling another. Radmer finding we'll turn like
Ireland
an
giving him
undead
a wet
horse or
willy.
something to pull the third chain.
Okay, you guys stop a little bit amongst a bunch of boulders and are staring at a waterfall that doesn't seem to be going anywhere. However, the waterfall is plunging into water that is practically bubbling or steaming.
Okay.
And it's pretty foggy in this area because of the cooler water plunging into. Did I put you guys on a token?
Ireland's just detecting magic in the area.
Player visible. Oh, the fog of war is up. That's why you can't see it.
Is that hot or some sort of weird sort of trick like they do at the retreat there with drink?
Not sure. We're gonna have to get a little closer now, won't we?
It's just over there.
Yeah. Just get a
Sam
little
will go
closer.
dip a toe in the water.
Okay.
Where-
Oh,
oh, there we are.
it's warm. It is a very
Yeah.
warm, almost too hot bath.
That's
Ireland's getting close. Can he stick his hand in it?
Arlen, do you have protection?
Resist 20.
Okay. Resist 20 fire? Yeah, you can definitely put your hand in it.
Well, I wouldn't suggest any of you go swimming in it. Detect magic.
No magic is coming from the water.
Knowledge nature.
Sure.
$28.
Sometimes the heat of the earth boils to the surface. And this seems to be a spot where the heat of the earth is boiling to the surface while water is pouring over top of it.
ground is bad.
There is water. The heat of the earth is fire and earth. And the smoke and the bubbling is air.
So let's review.
I think we found it.
It would appear so.
But are we supposed to like get past the most powerful element? Or something?
Elementals.
There's a guardian here.
No, it says
Right.
elementals.
It's just really warm water. Ugg's picking up a big rock.
No, wait. Oh, shit.
You notice the rock kind of go down, and the water, because of the waterfall, and then whatever's making the place bubble, like the rock disappears pretty damn quickly. Like, you can't see very far in the water. It's not a pristine pool that you're staring in.
Yeah, Ireland's gonna fly a little bit farther back.
Like,
What? It's a big pool. There's rocks all over the place.
there's supposed to be many elementals here. Who knows where they are? They might come out of the mountain or the water or the steam in the air.
We fought elementals before. Remember Terrace Lean?
Yes, well, we need to prepare if we're going to do something like this.
Okay, well, he takes out his lucerne hammer. He's kind of like tapping the top of the water.
Okay,
He looks to Sam.
this
Ready
is
to
the
fight
next
an
day,
elemental?
Yeah.
This is several
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
This is several days later.
right?
Yeah.
So, Radomir, what can you bring out the translation again, please?
Mm.
Of course.
And what does it say regarding the last bit?
Look to the hills that smoke. Look to the tiny tongue. Is the tiny tongue perhaps what is below the surface? That feeds the great water snake below the ground. Great water snake below the ground. Does that waterfall come out of the thing, or is that...
This waterfall's coming out of the hills, and it's going into a big pool, but you guys don't see where the water's going.
we... Perhaps it means the source of the water that is coming here.
Definitely you've wandered away from the actual river Serpentes, which is way in that direction.
A confluence of the four. Those are the four elements. Earth, air, fire, water. I shall be interred, surrounded by the mightiest of elements. And in my tomb I shall keep a grain of creation. What is the mightiest of elements?
It's
Or
the
the
mightiest
mightiest of elementals.
elementals.
Apologies, the glyphs look similar.
It could simply be the age of the elemental.
I don't see
quite
any.
large.
Zug.
Sam is going to do acknowledge mightiest of elementals. Also knowledge planes.
+1 knowledge planes.
No, I've got like plus 12 knowledge planes.
Nice. Sam dreams of other places ever since he died and came back.
17.
Uh,
Big one.
the bigger elementals get, it means the older and more badass they are. Or the older and more badass they are, is bigger. Yeah,
Oh,
it's gonna be
a
big.
big elemental.
29 for Phineas. Same.
26 for the Radiant one.
Yeah, you know that there are different categories of elementals. Typically, the biggest of elementals that somebody can summon are elder elementals. Probably scary to fight amongst yourselves. You feel a little bit better surrounded by your friends. Unless this great arch elementalist is talking about the elemental lords. Strange that he would say that he interred himself with them. Like, there are bigger and badder elementals out there that kind of range to the dizzying height of gods like Kozuth or Istitia or Akadi or Grumbar.
So he thinks to himself, why, unless it comes to it, why mention it? Let's not make people nervous for nothing.
He is obviously being hyperbolic here.
Radimer is going to take a step back from the pool, not because of the water or potential danger, but because it's wet from the spray and he doesn't want to ruin the scroll as he was reading it, so he goes over to a drier rock over here. He's got his back turned. He's just sort of looking at the scroll and carefully packing it away. It's like this old thing that's about ready to fall apart. What are the rest of you doing? These are his skeletal
Well,
manticore things.
does anybody wish to see if there's an underwater river or a source?
I'm not much of a swimmer. Source comes from there.
Oh,
To the waterfall.
I wouldn't be going for a bath in this water.
He kind of splashes a bit at Sam. It's very hot.
Yeah, it's a little warm.
I can protect you from the heat, and I can also give you freedom of movement, which will allow you to swim against the current quite easily.
Oh, yeah? You want to strap in for old
Fly.
times?
Ug's got the carrying belt for Arlen.
Or you just push your chair around if you want.
No, but I mean, we should at least explore and see what's there, what's inside, and then we'll rest and take this up in the morrow. We need to prepare the proper spells for all of us.
I'm a pretty good swimmer. Sam could get the freedom thingy.
So I'm a good swimmer.
7. I can cast 7 of my freedom of movements.
But I'd take the freedom thingy.
I can cast 7 of those and protect us all from fires, and give us the ability to breathe.
How much resistance do we need? Excuse me, for the water?
20 is enough.
Well, yeah, well, I think we have a couple like resist 5 items in the group.
Yeah, some.
You know.
Okay.
The flies, I don't have enough.
Do we know what we're doing in there?
I think we should just need to go in and see if there is a source, because I need to prepare my spells properly, and that'll have to happen tomorrow.
You
How
didn't.
long till we fight? How long till we have to be back in?
Last week or last 2 weeks, I think.
Okay, so there's time.
I need to.
Yeah, we got a couple weeks anyway.
I also need to do ascending with Vlaving and see how he's doing. It's been a couple of days now.
Why don't we?
Yeah, Vlaving fights next week.
Why? Oh, next week. Oh,
Yeah.
then we're gonna have to prison break Vlave.
Wait, next week?
Yeah, you spent Boiling Lake was 1 block, and then you doing the 3-day teleport to get the carpet and coming back, and then you traveling up to the mountains. Before that was a 2nd block, so that's Kafrania 1. And you guys are now in Kafrania 2.
Why can't I edit anything here?
Whoa! Why doesn't one of you do the Grizak thing? Where he turns into a rock lobster and then like it just goes in the ground.
I can't do that anymore.
Whoa! Just summon some rock lobsters and have them go on the ground. Can anybody summon elementals?
Yeah, well, I can summon some, but I need to prepare them, which will have to happen tomorrow.
Baby the summoner.
So here's the timeline. You guys finished a whole week of traveling and looking around in Kafrania. The last day of that block was the encounter, and then you spent 2 days searching the foothills. And you're 2 days into a 5-day block here on week 52, which is the next week. Vlavang has his 2nd fight, and Godiva has her assessment fight. And this is something like 4 weeks into the street war for the underground of the dust might actually be settling by this point.
Yeah, well, it would be the rain washing away the remnants.
Yeah.
Does Godiva have elementals?
No.
Do you have a couple of them? Do we at least go in and have a look?
Yeah, well, I could just send 1 or 2 of us comfortably in,
Or wait,
just to take a look, and then we can come back out and decide.
I think you do. You should have
double check.
You should have them for like 10 minutes.
All right. So who's going in the water? That with the freedom thing, you don't need to be a good swimmer.
I'll just give Sam a nudge.
I'm a
like,
good swimmer. Freedom thing.
Oh, I take it back. I do get elementals.
I'm talking about them.
Oh yeah, well they really.
Sam,
You
I
have
can
3
give
arms. It's not fair.
Sam, I can give you
Magic solves all their problems for them, doesn't it?
Sam, I can give you fly, the ability to breathe, resist fire, and resist the heat. I mean.
I could just
And,
send in some elementals if you want.
All right, if you could just do that, that would be great then, wouldn't you? Wouldn't it? Yeah.
Oh, we're not going for a swim.
Someone's a little fishnickety. That's fine. I'm just going to attribute your poor attitude to the blazing sun.
Mind the heat.
She uses Summon Monster 4 to summon a bunch of small water elementals.
Okay. Let me just see the int on these critters, unless you've got it handy.
Oh, pull it up pretty quick.
6 and 4, somewhere in between those two numbers.
Int 4.
Okay.
Here. Yeah, they're all 4.
All right. How many of them appear?
Just smashing him 2/3.
So, alright, these are our bodyguards.
1d4 plus 1. I might be able to summon. Can I get better elementals? Oh, or one medium elemental. How smart is it? It doesn't have an int score. What? Oh, because I clicked on the wrong one. That's why.
The ooze elemental does not have a int score.
No, I clicked on scorpion.
Yeah, it's not going to have a good. So one medium elemental, is that what you're summoning?
I'm just checking. Same int, forget it. No, a bunch of small ones.
Okay.
They'll be bodyguards.
So 4 small ones.
Okay, they appear on the edge of the water. They're just waiting for your command.
So we just want to weigh in to find out what's in there.
Yeah, but we need the fire thingy first.
Right. Arlen will cast
Fire
the
thingy,
protection-
freedom, and flying.
Arlen will cast the protection of resist energy fire,
Okay.
communal, and then freedom of movement on who's going in. Sam, and then life bubble on Sam, and
Okay.
fly.
Sam and Doug.
Sure, Sam and Ugg.
They
And then
get
fly.
They get all those spells. Do you want to put them on the tokens?
Yeah, sure. Go
None
ahead,
of the
put 'em
people
on.
that have fights coming up are going in this puddle right now. Fly, resist, fire, 20 or 30? 20.
I think it's just still 20. Might as well put. No, for now, that's fine. Leave that there.
Freedom,
1, 2, 3, 4.
movement,
Freedom.
fly. And I'll use the sea invisibility just in case.
Who needs a bull strength?
Oh, it's a +2 strength for Sam.
Bull strength for Sam, sure.
That'll be why.
How long do those elementals last, Mark?
They'll last for 8 minutes.
Nice.
Okay, and it'll give invisibility to Sam and Ugg.
Are we supposed to know where each other's are?
Well, I can see you, so
You have seen visibility?
yeah, by using the power.
Alright, there you go. Follow him.
What?
So you follow the water, I'll follow you.
Ugg is cutting 10 feet
just
of.
drink this. Phineas has a sea invisibility extract.
Oh, alright. Oh, I can see you. There you are. I was gonna cut off this length of rope and tie it to my belt, and you just give me a tug when you want me to follow, but okay.
Sam was helicoptering his junk.
right.
Stop that.
Oh, I just seen if it worked. Okay, okay, we're not allowed to punch because we punch this goes away.
Oh, I know I'm gonna punch you, is what Hug says.
Woo!
Fucking left Callie behind. Hug, after casting all the spells, just goes and does like an athlete's dive into the water. Yep. Sam does a cannonball or something.
Cannonball.
Okay, yeah, the water is bubbling and it's hard to see because of all the froth and the churn from the waterfall, plus the bubbles from down below. Arlen spells, you're kind of glowing blue or reddish.
Hey, drippy, bippy, boopy, and boppy, let's get in here.
Yeah, we can speak in here, huh? Weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Kind of takes the fun out of swimming. Fucking walking through the water. Oh, you ordering the water elementals to just follow?
Yeah.
Okay. Why are they here again?
Feed to the sharks, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. You guys go into the water. Where are you exploring?
Would we prefer if we protect the nerds down here?
I don't know.
We're gonna head towards follow the lava.
Yeah, you guys go down and down and down. Oh yeah, you find the source of the bubbling. Kind of like there's just some cracks along the bottom. It seems that the waterfall is kind of dug sort of like a trench along the bottom. And at the bottom of the trench there are some cracks, and not only do you have the torrent of water, but you've got all these angry bubbles coming up out of the cracks. Well, that's neat.
Yeah.
Give me perception checks while you guys are down there. You guys could just be in the middle of this torrent. You're being protected from the heat. You're being protected from the current of the water. You can breathe.
You're welcome. The spells are cast from my ass.
These elementals are not doing so well, though. They're
They don't have the freedom of movement, but they
They're
swim like
water-
elementals.
and they do have the communal. They're not boiling to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put
Okay.
that on them.
32.
Nice. And give me a perception check for Mug.
With his.
Can the elementals aid you?
Yes.
Can you make,
Oh.
right. Fire. Gets a 26.
Okay, he aids Sam.
So 34.
What do these guys got for skills?
You know, Ug's
Perception
missing
+5.
Ear. I don't know how that ear fell off.
So, one of them got a 25.
Three
So
eights.
3 8s.
Okay.
That's
40.
40.
All right. You make the DC 40 perception check.
Oh god.
Yay for elementals.
Yeah, boys.
They end up kind of like bumping into something, and it's sort of like underneath the waterfall, along the flat face that isn't being hit directly by the water. There is the crack of a rock that is slightly different color than in sort of an oval shape than the surrounding stone. You'd never have seen this were you not standing still and not burning and trying to survive.
Does it look like it moves?
No, it's just sort of like a crack of stone and sort of a weird oval.
Searching for traps?
Yep. Give me another perception check. This one, you were the Ugg can aid on this one automatically. The little water elementals cannot.
Okay.
Oh, but it says right here they got trap finding, I swear.
They got puddle finding. 23?
The stone looks old, and you run your hands along it. You don't see any images or strange runes.
That poke at it?
Okay. It's wedged in there pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Let's give push.
Give me a strength check.
Is it +2 or +4 for size?
2.
2.
I'll go ahead.
Bull strength.
Yep. 25 and Bug's 8 attempts brings that to a 27.
Okay, Nah, the stone's too big to budge. Pushing in it didn't do anything.
We need a can opener.
Yeah. I wonder if that disjoining spell that Phineas casts.
Yeah.
I heard Radimer saying it could turn stone into ash or something.
Well, we know where they gotta stick it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, the sun don't shine.
It is kind of round.
It's like we're going into Tular's anus.
Outside. I bet you they're making stupid jokes.
Yeah, we'll never hear the end of it if these things we tell Godiva these things were useful.
The two chaotics palling around, basically. Ugg and Sam. Sounds like a horrible 90s cartoon. Ugg and Sam.
Again, Sam. Sam and Sharky and Sam.
Are we gonna go back, or this
Yeah,
water
we
definitely
probably
is
should.
going somewhere?
Let's give it a quick look.
Yeah, you guys float around near the edge, and you do find at the opposite end of the pool there is what look like cracks and crevices, like the water does exit. You could feel it running by you. It exits underground.
Okay, well, that's not where we're supposed to go.
Nope. Unless we want to send one of these little things down there.
You can see them struggling, like to basically not go down the current.
Let's see what happens. We're gonna go a little bit too close to see if we get sucked up.
Okay. Eventually, Ugg kind of pushes one, and it gets sucked up. Whoops.
I don't know how long these spells last.
Well, they just disappear when anything bad happens to them.
Yeah, but what about the freedom spell?
Oh yeah, shit.
For some reason, they come bobbing to the top of the water way the hell over here, and then they kind of like walking through the water. It's this really weird sort of plowing through the water as the water separates. Hey,
We found the way in.
Yeah, it's
You
not
need to
over here.
disjoint the butthole.
Yeah, there's a big stone underneath the waterfall. Not too sure how it's supposed to open. Looks really old and pretty set. Oh yeah, we lost one of your squirts here.
That's fine.
they're trying to hide smiles.
That's fine, my little children. They come and go.
So Phineas, can you disjoint the butthole?
I told you.
What is he talking about?
Oh, there's a big stone. It's too heavy for us to push. You can imagine that.
It's pretty big.
Oh, disintegrated?
We think it's a door or something. Yeah.
Yeah, the hidden door.
Let's make sure it's not magical and doesn't reflect your spells back.
What are you guys doing
I
out
look
here?
for traps.
Ugg picks up one of the water things. It's weird that they're solid and throws it into the water. It just kind of comes back and
They don't like that, Uggy.
Ugg shrugs. He doesn't care what the summon creature is like or not.
They're not real.
It's
Yeah, yes, they are real, actually. They're just not from here.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, Onward, I guess, thinks they're real.
Dissertation on why he believes you don't care. Never mind.
Yeah, can you dissertate the big rock thing?
Yeah, you need to just join the butthole.
Well, I have to put up some protections. But yes,
Tomorrow I should be able to help you with that.
Then do we want to get back in time for the fighting?
Well,
You guys have 3 days left in this block of adventuring.
And then do we fight the first day of that block, or?
Valving has a fight, and Godiva has a assessment fight. The rest of them, the gladiators, have fights the following week.
No, but
And how many teleports does it take to get back to Mothership?
it takes like 3 days. It took us 3 days to get the carpet here.
it would take us. How many
It'll take less time because there are 3 casters that can cast teleport, and you've been to all the places now.
That's true.
I can do 4 teleports, so 5 teleports a day, leaving 1 just in case. We've seen how that shit goes.
And Radimer, I think, can do 2.
Radimer can do 2. Yep. Maybe 3.
Okay, so
And
between
how
me
many
and Phineas,
teleports do we need to get home?
I think
Is it 3 or 2?
3 or 4.
3.
Vivernus, Viad. Ooh, no, Vivernus, Boiling Lake, Viad. I think it's 3 or 4.
So if Radimer is prepped specifically for a teleport day, he could do as many as 4 or 3 with 1 in the tank, which is probably the preferred.
Should we see at least where it goes?
Yes, might as well.
Well, I would
Um,
suggest not. We don't know if there's something been waiting there to come out. We might unleash something.
Hmm.
You wouldn't happen to have the alarm spell, would you? What's so funny?
You're asking Radimer? No.
Asking Radimer and Phineas.
I might have it.
Just a reminder that
You
those
could only
shadow.
disjoint the butthole the first time, and only the first time.
Remember the shadow creatures, shadow folk might be around.
Yes, well, my tiny hut will protect us from them.
Isn't Tiny Hut awesome?
Okay,
Yes, it
where are
is.
you creating the hut?
Just beside the lake. It's
Like
Or the
nestled in
pond.
these rocks, or?
yeah.
Okay.
Do we have, like, I can point to where it is. Can anybody see through the rock?
No.
How deep was it?
It was about 30 feet down. It was near the bottom.
Whatever it was, it looked old.
Well,
I didn't see any markings or writing or anything like that. Just the crack.
Seriously, you
They've been in a good mood. They've been like away from the cities, and they've been exploring and effectively this is their adventure.
we're on vacation.
Yeah, exactly. Fighting strange beasts in strange lands.
Yep. And no moral ambiguity. They're trying to eat you.
Okay, Radimer sets up his skeletal manticores to guard the hut. Is that where you guys are resting for the evening?
Actually, no. No, let's not rest here. In fact, let's I'm just worried about the shadow folk being in the area.
What evidence do we have that shadow folk are here?
We know that they were trying to
Let's
get
look
this.
for tracks to see if shadow folk have stood around here.
We might have beaten them with the fact that we have Phineas and Radimer.
Okay, give me a survival check.
Sure.
You guys are looking around for tracks.
I ain't got survival. Mr.
I
Skull
can't help.
perhaps does not have that either.
So Ugg survival's +8. Sam's survival is. Ooh, so 23 from Ugg, and Sam's aid is, yes, works. So 25.
Yeah. So you do find that there are signs that people may occasionally visit this hot spring. While it's probably too warm for swimming, it's definitely not too warm for like cleaning clothes and laundry.
Well, making a bath or using it as a shower, like ladling it onto yourself.
Yep. There are signs that locals and perhaps even the gnolls have been to this place. Animals too. They may not linger long, but it is water.
Bit my 10.
Okay, well, I guess no harm then. Let's do it here.
I'm not even sure what I'm looking for a shadow. The things kind of flit around, don't they? It's not like they leave trails,
And he kind of points at his
Whoa,
own shadow.
Dynamo had like little feet, so look for like Dynamo feet.
The gnoll tracks and signs of a campsite. Can't really tell who would have used it, but probably somebody needs to cook their
I
meat.
found poo. Probably was a deer or something.
If you fucking throw that at me.
I mean, I could sterilize my hand right here.
I think we should be safe, Arlen.
Alright.
You sure you don't want to go down there now?
Yes.
I could push you down there while the free spell is still going.
It only affects you. It does not affect me.
Whoa. No, I'm talking about Phineas. I just grab him by his belt there and just kind of push him around, point him at the thing.
No, I think we should wait till tomorrow. We'll prepare for what's to come.
All right. Wizards.
I'll do ascending, gloving. How the hell you doing?
The flower.
Help! I'm in prison.
Gloving. We're close to the entrance of crypt.
One, he's quietly.
Also have fight soon.
One, he's been like just super under the radar and just gathering information. 5, he's already in a shitload of trouble. 3.
I'll speak to you later. I'm kind of busy right now.
I'm running to you.
No, he responds. So, what was the gist of the sending?
Sending was we are close to the entrance of the crypt. We have a fight that's beginning next week.
I've already started traveling towards Kazdorak via the underground road.
Fuck.
He says,
I need to learn more from Kazdorak. People are too tight-lipped here.
Okay, I'm gonna have to prepare another sending tomorrow, which eats into my.
The last couple
freedom
of words he
movement.
says, signs of shadow. The Shadows of Castorak. Would be a cool title.
I have to do another sending because we have to go for the fucking fight.
Okay.
How many people do we have?
I'm getting in trouble right now.
Okay.
Cast.
I think this is a good place to leave it. You guys are on the doorstep of something important.
We are about to blow open that butthole, and we're going to see if there's more pressure on the inside than the outside. Because it will be hilarious when that disintegrate goes off and people get whooshed inside. Going someplace fun.
Freedom of movement will be like, huh, look at all the water going. Funny.
I think they know we're here.
Right.
All right, I got to disconnect. But
Okay,
it
yeah.
is fun.
We do need a name for this game. Something to do with flying,
Gnolls.
the gnolls, the manticores,
Grassy knoll.
Manticores, useful dead and alive.
rotten to the core.
Rotten to the core.
Is there a play on words there? Stream. We need a title.
Solving the riddle?
Mm.
No, it's gotta be something with the combo we had. Mother of monsters. The bitch is back.
How about just manticore?
Anticore galore.
What is it?
Gully
No,
dogfight?
There. How many lines were there flying? Like Voltron assemble or something.
The Pride?
Manticore Pride.
Okay. The Pride it is. Alright, good place to
Or-
leave it.
Flying lions with shotguns in their butts.
If it was a different theme of game, then yeah, shotgun tail shotgun butts or whatever. Featherfall?
Featherfall fail.
Gravity, thou art a bitch.
Monsters and Mayhem.
Phineas interrupts.
Was there something that Godiva said when she hit the ground?
No, it's just, oh shit.
Yeah, it was just so shit.
I think, oh shit.
Radimer's a boss with his death spell, the fireballs. Canyon Run.
Yeah, I like Canyon Run.
No, it's pretty good.
Cool. So next game will be Saturday, and we'll continue with the Arlen quest. They're this far away from finding something neat, which should probably take, I'm guessing, most of an episode to get through. So that'll be a good thing.
Next
Saturday,
Saturday, then.
yeah, this
Or
Saturday.
This Saturday,
Yeah. Yep. Same bat time, same bat channel. 3 p.m. PST on the 22nd. We'll see you guys then. Until then, I'm gonna go and actually do an hour or two of work, which is stupid but awesome, I guess. And I'll catch you guys later. Hope you guys enjoy this as much as we do. Peace.
Fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Thanks,
Night, guys.
everyone.
Bye bye.